President Trump is arguing it's time for the country to move on from the Epstein Files, despite his own campaign pledges to fully release them.
I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else, really. Now that...
So y'all heard that right? The POTUS is pretty much saying that we should just move on and forget about anything that we saw, right? We're going to be looking at the full interview here. And also looking at the Clintons. Apparently, they're going to be testifying about these Epstein Files.
Former U.S. President Bill Clinton and 2016 presidential nominee Hillary Clinton have agreed to testify in a House investigation into late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
And I just want to watch the full clips here with you guys and then give my own opinions and then also talk about it down in the comment section below. Let's dive right in.
And also declined to address the concerns that survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse are raising following the latest release of files from the Justice Department. Instead of responding to those concerns, the president instead lashed out when I asked him about it inside the Oval Office today after he argued that the Epstein saga is a Democrat problem, not a Republican one. On the Epstein Files, you talked about Democrats who were in there. Elon Musk was also in there, and so was your Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and correspondence that he had with him. Did you read those new files that were published by the Department of Justice?
I didn't. I have a lot of things I'm doing, a lot of things I'm doing. I don't know. You mentioned two names. I'm sure they're fine. Otherwise, it would have been major headlines.
A lot of women who are survivors of Epstein's are unhappy with those redactions that came out. Some of them, entire witness interviews are totally blacked out. Do you think that they should be more transparent?
They thought they released too much. I heard that, and you're telling me something else. No, I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else. Really, now that nothing came out about me, other than there was a conspiracy against me.
So it isn't just time to move on just because nothing came out about him, right? Not just to say that, but also apparently, I don't know that nothing came out about him, right? Because then he claims that, it was a conspiracy against him. But really, it's not about him. It's really about the victims that were involved in these atrocities. So it's not about being a Democrat. It's not about being a Republican. It's not about being any of that stuff. It's about the victims in those files and are they going to be able to get some justice? And honestly speaking, I'm not feeling overly optimistic about it.
Literally, by Epstein and other people. But I think it's time now for the country to maybe get onto something else.
But what would you say to people who feel like they haven't gotten justice, Mr. President?
Something that people care about. Yeah, what did you say?
What would you say to the survivors who feel like they haven't gotten justice?
You are the worst reporter. No wonder CNN has no ratings because of people like you. She's a young woman. I don't think I've ever seen you smile. I've known you for 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen a smile
on
your face.
Well, I'm asking you about survivors of Jeffrey Epstein,
You know why
Mr.
you're not
President?
smiling? Because you know you're not telling the truth. And you're a very dishonest organization, and they should be ashamed of you.
I don't know, Mr. Trump, because even you are not smiling either, right? And what is there to smile about, really? We're talking about survivors. We're talking about atrocities happening on an island with, the world leaders, the global leaders. So what is there to smile about, really? This is not about ratings. This is not about anything like that. No, honestly, I couldn't agree less with Mr. Trump on this one. It's clear that he's not taking this thing seriously. He's being very dismissive of the whole thing. And it just really has to make you wonder. Right now, we're going to be looking at the clip of the Clintons. And actually, what do you guys think about it? Do you think that this is just all part of the theater at this point?
Former U.S. President Bill Clinton and 2016 presidential nominee Hillary Clinton have agreed to testify in a House investigation into late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. This could pull the plug on a planned vote to hold the pair in contempt and face possible criminal charges after they previously refused to testify about their relationship with Epstein. The Clintons had offered to cooperate with the panel but not appear in person, claiming the investigation was aimed at protecting Trump. The Justice Department recently released millions of internal documents related to Epstein, revealing his ties to many prominent people, including Bill Clinton. It's unclear when the Clintons will give their depositions.
Who's buying it, right? I'm not buying it because we've been looking for those files. A lot of people have been asking about those files, and all of a sudden they just released it all in one night. Lots of redacted pages. So is it safe to say that the evidence has already been compromised and we'll never really know the full depths of what actually took place on that island, I think that that is the case here. But I'm curious to hear from you guys down in the comment section below. Like, do you agree? Do you disagree? Like, do you think that we can actually get some justice for those victims here? You already see the way the administration is treating this. I think the DOJ guys are already saying it's not a crime to party with the guy, right? So they're already trying to make it sound like it's okay and nothing to see here. It's okay to go party on the island of a guy that like was pretty much people calling him a monster, right? But it's okay to party with him. So yeah. Okay, world. Until next time. Peace.